Good morning. What is this? All over me with the things. Good morning. Oh, what a glorious day. I am up. It's like 8:45 and I'm finally gonna put all of this stuff away and some of that, and then I'm gonna work on that hot mess. I have to go to the dollar store because the frames that I bought are in. I have to go pick those up. But I'm also gonna stop at TJ Maxx. For now, I'm gonna make some coffee. I'm gonna make good old-fashioned hot coffee, I think, and sip on that while I make clean. Okay, so what I don't understand. I'm not doing anything. Why is it? It's really frustrating when you have really dry skin, especially around this area, because, like, look. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I'm listening to some MMR, and I'm having some coffee. So, I just did coconut coffee with some simple syrup and 4 tablespoons of almond milk. I'm gonna drink that and attack. Ugh, wish me luck. Did I not just tell you guys that I'm not a big cereal person? What? I don't understand. I will tell you, I feel very accomplished today. I feel so stinking accomplished. You have no idea. It was so satisfying to change everything over. To get rid of all the boxes. I think it'll cut down on like our weekly trash consumption. Wow. I got all his little Debbies out and put them in a little container. All my stuff is in like little containers so I can just pull it out. I put stuff like the crackers in airtight containers. It's the best. It was the best. I haven't eaten yet today. I did have like 2 crackers. Like I tasted each cracker as I put it in. So like I had a Cheez-It, I had some of the salt and pepper dippers, and I had some of the Ritz cracker thins. But I counted each. It was like 10 calories worth. So that, I had my coffee. For lunch, I am probably going to make him a sandwich, and I will have a salad, which was my intent. I bought 1 salad for each day of this week yesterday when I went to the grocery store. I was going to make Big Ziti for dinner, but then I realized that we're getting the kid this weekend, and that is more of a 3-person meal. So I think we're going to have that for dinner Thursday or Friday night. So I don't know what I'm going to do tonight. I still have to like get the ground beef. I bought like the big long tubes of the 93.7 from Walmart. So I still have to get those situated and like, you know, and like I put them in a freezer bag and like schmoosh. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to see if I can find one of the containers that I had for the fridge again, or the freezer. From when I bought all that meat from the butcher farm people, because the one I'm using is for my lids for my containers in my one cabinet. Which, speaking of my containers, I had 2 containers in my fridge. One had the crock dogs in it, the other had the seafood salad, and they'd both been in there for like a week and a half. I just ditched the whole thing. I was like, I'm not even opening this. It's gonna stink. So I just tossed them. I'm like, it's worth it for me to have to buy new if I need it. And we very rarely need to use those containers, so I was okay with it. But yeah, I've done a lot of organization. I put on some fridge organization stuff in my Amazon registry. So I'm kind of hoping somebody gets me that for the shower. I think that'll be really fun. I included like a Lazy Susan for the condiments that like we keep in the fridge, but we don't necessarily use all the time. Because the walls, like the door of the fridge, is just cluttered with, because I'm a sauce person and I like it like sparingly, and it gets on Dave's nerves. So I want like the Lazy Susan and all the fun little gadgets for doing like the soda and the eggs and all the fun things. So I'm really hoping like that makes its way over to me from somebody that attends the shower. My sister said it was pretty much like half and half for people who were coming to the shower. So God only knows. God only knows. But yeah, I've had a very, very, what's the word I'm looking for? Constructive 2 days, I guess. Reorganize like the cabinet that has like the pasta, the dry goods, stuff like that. Reorganize the spices. So I'm going to go to TJ Maxx and see if I can find like a spice container that will hold all of them so that they're all uniform in size. Because a lot of the spices that I have are like half used. So they'll fit in smaller containers. But yeah, that's been my day. Last night I didn't fall asleep until almost 3:30. I just could not fall asleep. I started watching Mayor of Easttown, and I really I got into it, and I didn't think that I would. So I watched 3 episodes last night. I will say Evan Peters, perfection with the Delco accent. Like he nailed it. He nailed it. When he does a bit in the third episode where he's drunk and he says, "Okay, hold on, let me just pull my bagel down." And I'm like, that is Delco to a T. I'm like, he needs like an Oscar for that alone. It's based in Delaware County, Pennsylvania. So like I was like super into it. But it's really good. Kate Winslet is awesome in it. And I was reading about how like she did the role, and it was a whole thing, and I thoroughly enjoyed. That was my night last night. I didn't eat after. I lie. I had one more of the Reese's Puffs cereal bars, and then okay, you're gonna go. Go ahead, go. I had one more of the Reese's Puffs cereal bars. I think I ended my night with 26 calories left, so I'm super stoked for that. I'm a-okay with it. And yeah, it was a good night. But I am here in TJ Maxx now. I'm pulling in. So I'm going to go in and see what I can find. And then I got to go to the Dollar Tree to get the frames that I ordered for the wedding, to put like the "Don't Be That Guy" picture, because we're not having phones or cameras on the ceremony. And I got one for like the open bar. I got I don't know, there's 4 or 5 things that I need to put the frames in, but I got 12 frames. So I gotta do that. I'm gonna go in there, and I will talk to you later. Hello. It is now 12:13, and I am done running my errands. So I'm gonna go home and have lunch, and then I'm gonna start working on the bouquets. TJ Maxx did not have exactly what I was looking for, but they had a Lazy Susan that I got to try and put in the spice cabinet. And they had some fridge packs for like our soda. So I want to get that taken care of today as well. I paid $10 a piece for those bad boys. Then I went to, where did I go? The Dollar Tree, and I picked up my frames. I ordered 12. 5 were salvageable, which is fine. I only needed 4. So I'm like, you can just refund the rest. She's like, we can't. I'm like, pardon? Apparently, the ordering from the website and buying from the store, 2 totally different entities. I would have either had to have called their corporate office and asked for a refund, or I could just walk around the Dollar Tree and spend $7. So I just walked around the Dollar Tree and spent $7. I got 5 frames for like the memoriam table, because we have my grandparents, his grandparents, his uncle, his cousin. So that's at least 4 frames right there. And then I got 2 frames that are like 3 of each. So I figured those would be good for the grandparents ones. But like, that's super inconvenient. And I said that to the girl, and she's like, I know, I'm so sorry. I'm like, no, it is not your fault at all. I'm like, but you see how that's really stupid, right? She's like, oh, I very much understand. I'm like, that's crazy inconvenient. Like, I mean, come on. But whatever. I got 5 frames and 2 energy drinks. I got a Bang champagne and a cotton candy something. But like, damn. I feel like there was something. Oh, I got another airtight container at the Dollar Tree as well, because I'm going to put my 3D Doritos in that one. I'm liking this whole not having all the boxes in the cabinet thing. Go me. A woohoo. I only spent $50. Probably $50 more than I should have spent. I look like a treat today. Anywho, I'm going to go back. I'm not going to show you the process of making the bouquet. You guys won't see my bouquets until the wedding, which is in 82 days. Woo. Oh, side note. Somebody mentioned today that this tooth is severely discolored. I'm aware. I'm very much aware that my tooth right here is gray. It has been brought to my attention before. I am well aware of it. I have told the story as to what is wrong with that tooth before, but it's probably been a while. So for anyone new, when I was in the 1st grade, I was running after a friend, and there were a group of kids playing kickback, which if you don't know what kickback is, you take a dodgeball or a kickball, you throw it up in the air, you kick it. And if the person on the other side catches it, you're out. If everybody misses it, you're still in the game. Have not played kickback in 30 years. Remember that vividly. But anyway, I went to run over my friend Jordan, who was like crouched down, and I just went to like hop over him, and he didn't see me, and he came up, like he stood up, and his head went into this tooth, and it was my adult tooth. So it jammed it back up into my gums, and there was blood everywhere. I had to go to the dentist. They had to wiggle it back down, and it was super crooked. And the day when I got braces, like it grew back, it overlapped this tooth. And when I got braces, they actually put them on so tight that there was a gap between my teeth the next day. That's how tight they put on my braces. So I had to loosen those up. And now when I breathe in like super cold weather, which hasn't happened to me since we lived down here, thank God, but my tooth almost like gets really, really, really tense inside, and I have to suck cold air in through my teeth, and the inside of my tooth like will crack and release the tension, and it's the only way I get any relief. It's very strange. I did go to a dentist about 5 or 6 years ago. I guess it must have been Christmas of whatever year I had my head shaved. Christmas of 15. So it was December of 2015. And she told me that it needs a root canal. And I'm like, it doesn't hurt. It's not in danger of falling out of my head. Just leave it alone. She's like, okay, well, doesn't the gray bother you? And I'm like, no, it's just my tooth. Like, I don't really notice it all that much. I mean, I guess. But like, I don't know. I just thought it was very rude to ask that. But, you know, who am I? I'm going to go home. That's the story of my tooth. Look, it worked. I'm happy I got this one and not this smaller one. I did get rid of a couple seasonings, though, ones that I just don't use. But my tried and true stayed. Lunch is a salad. This is the pear gorgonzola from Publix. That's 290 calories for the whole salad. Then I added 89 calories worth of chicken. That's the Mister's lunch. Okay, so I had some pineapple, 60 calories worth. And now I'm going to have these, which is 1 ounce of those Ritz crisps. That is 130 calories, I believe. And then I made some of the bacon dip. 2 tablespoons of fat-free sour cream, 2 tablespoons of light mayo, 2 tablespoons of the dip. I want to say that was 130. So 260 for my snack. Turkey pepperoni and a baby bell. Right, so this is my dinner. We are doing tacos. So I have some taco boats for just these things. 2 for 160 calories. I made taco meat. I have 1 serving, which is 200 points. Well, I have technically 3 servings because I made it into ounces. You know how I do. Then I have a serving of this, which is 28 grams. And then I have a serving of this, which is 40 calories. So those leave me with exactly 500 calories left for the night. Snack. So I have 1 ounce of these I don't know, they're called cocoa rolls. And then I have a serving of the peanut butter covered pretzels, or peanut butter filled chocolate covered pretzels, and a vanilla chocolate crunchiasso.
And I think it'll leave me with some calories left, but we're going to end it here and I'll see you in the morning.